Welcome, Seminole fans, to Ask the Noles, a piece that's really all about you. What do you want to know about Florida State football? Every single week, we're going to be taking your Twitter questions, your Facebook questions, so on and so forth, to know what you want to know about Florida State football. So let's get right to our first question. It comes from Big Daddy Hot Rod, and the question is, we have great depth, the QBs are ready, the wide receivers are too. Will we be able to crank out the running game finally and let the running backs loose? Well, Big Daddy Hot Rod, the best way to answer that is you look at the offensive line. The average weight is 319 pounds. In 2011, that average weight was under 300 pounds. I think you look at it, Chris Thompson's healthy, Devontae Freeman's healthy. With a much bigger offensive line and a great stable of running backs, this team, at least in my opinion, will for sure be able to run the ball. Our next question comes from the Newsfeed, and the question is, how do you feel about the preseason predictions to win the national championship? The best response probably came from Jimbo Fisher at ACC Kickoff. When asked about that, he said, we don't want to back down from that. We know we have the talent. We know we have the depth. We know we have a great coaching staff. So, of course, we here at Seminoles.com are not going to back down from that as well. We firmly believe the Noles are going to be in that preseason conversation and throughout the season. The key is, of course, as always in any season, just staying healthy. And the final question comes from Patrick Noles. The question is, what do you think it will take for us to take over the season on offense? We have the firepower and the speed. Well, Patrick, I for sure agree with you. We definitely have the firepower, we have the speed, but in my opinion, the biggest thing is depth. Last year, the offensive line started 4 true freshmen in the Notre Dame bowl game, and I think you look at it this year, those young men have had another season under their belts. They're bigger, as we said in the first question, and we have depth at the running back position, wide receiver, so on and so forth. But the biggest question mark is, can E.J. Manuel stay healthy? If he does, this is going to be a special season for the Seminoles. Of course, every single week, we're going to be taking your questions on social media, be it through a podcast, Twitter, Facebook. We want to hear from you. If you want your question to be seen here on Seminoles.com, use the hashtag AskTheNoles, as you see right here, and we'll be sure to answer as many as we can every week. Remember, hashtag AskTheNoles. We want to hear from you, Seminole fans. We'll see you back here next week. I'm Scott Kotick for Seminoles.com.